Julian and welcome to Shadowstar. Welcome aboard the USS Shadowstar, my flagship. I'm Captain Ri'shad, aka the Renegade, and this is a Starship visual review video where we will be taking a look at a high-speed freighter, a beautiful ship, F17 high-speed freighter, should I say, which was seen in Star Trek Picard. So I'm sure everyone already knows, without looking at the thumbnail or the title, of course, what this ship is. She is definitely an interesting ship to look at, and as to flying game, stats wise, she is one of my highest rated ships. And this is coming from someone who doesn't generally like escorts and raiders. It's not normally what I fly. Yes, you see me in a escort right now, but my flagship was voted for by my viewers. So long as you are all comfortable, grab your Earl Grey coffee, Ractagino, I know, similar, whatever you prefer to drink. Sit back, relax, and let's take a look at this beautiful, the Kaplan F17 Speed Frieghter, also known in Star Trek Picard as the SIRENA. A beautiful ship, and as you can see right now, probably standardly marketed and provided with a tritone hull plating. The nose and under armour appears to be black. There are some side armour that is a greyish colour, and the primary shell is white. She's beautiful, but as you see her in the show, Captain Rios gave her a bit of a paint job, and it's not the baddest, not the worst paint job in the world, I will say. It's quite interesting to see. Sometimes I wonder if it wasn't mostly entirely red at first, and he accidentally scratched some of the paint off, you know. Wasn't too careful what he did in a couple of turns. I will say this though. She's an impressive looking ship, and customization wise, though she is lacking, let's be fair, she is a non-Starfleet built freighter. In fact, during this period, Starfleet probably had its own freighters, so that would make more sense anyway. Secondly, if we started throwing all the hull types on this ship, it'd probably get a bit out of hand considering her type. But it's not bad to see that she has her natural skin allowed. No extra windows. She is a small ship. We'll show that in a second. But there's one thing that bugs me. One little thing about this ship visually that really bugs me. And no, it's not the fact she's small. Is the fact that if you look carefully at the bridge, you'll see they took the time to actually model the bridge in. And it is there, clear as day. You can even see towards the back. In fact, you can even see, yeah, right now, if you look towards the front, you've got the nose, red stripe, light grey stripe, then nose again. Sorry, nose, red stripe, light grey stripe. Then you got the window where you can see the two seats. Then there's a piece of black hull plating. And then there's another window, and you can actually see the detailing through that bit of the window if you look and focus on it. Even so much as you can see the stairway that's on the show behind the main bridge section. You can see all that section is there. The detailing is there. They've modelled it on a low polygon resolution. Now I know this ship is very small, and therefore they could have actually had the extra polygons to model some of the internal section of this ship, like they have done. And right now, all I'm going to say right now is that is magnificent, absolutely brilliant that they have gone to that level of detail and actually modelled the bridge internally. Just a shame they didn't give us the bridge. If they've got a low polygon resolution, it would have been nice for them to actually just provide the bridge as well. I'm hoping that for a small Zen cost, since it'll only be one bridge, they may give us access to the bridge later. Maybe they'll put it in as a Zen bridge. They can give it to us that way, and that will cover the cost of going for the extra polygons and making that bridge. And it will also give players that don't quite have this ship or don't want to fly this ship still access to the bridge if they like it. I mean, I know I like the bridge. I really like the bridge of the La Sirena. That's my only gripe, the bridge. Or not having the bridge available for us to actually stand on. But I do love the fact they gave us the bridge on the model. It's brilliant they've done that. Now, speaking of size, let's have a look at size. And I need a repaint because otherwise you'll only see it with a black and white hull. So yeah, just to emphasize how small the La Sirena is, here's her on the main screen. Zoomed in as I can get. I can't get any more zoomed in than that. La Sirena, nicely in the background. The USS Defiant. Or I should say the Defiant class. More accurately here. Yeah, fully zoomed in. The NX class. Yes, people. The first Enterprise. Unless you count by Canon's release. Which case, I don't know what number because I'm not going to bother to count. The NX class. So yeah, she's a very small ship. quite insanely small to be fair. But hey, gotta hand it to her for a small ship. Oh, I wonder why. She's so agile. It's because she's small. I'm being an idiot. But we are looking at a beautiful design here. I love the thought process that's gone into her, and I absolutely adore the work Cryptic has done giving us this ship. All the finer detailing has been taken into account. So there's just too much for me to talk about. And there's what I like, very little in the way of random void space. It all tends to make some level of sense. I mean, I know you could say it's void spacing and probably doesn't make too much sense having these huge plates forwards. And I had to look at it twice because at first I thought these huge plates forwards were giving the TIE fighter weakness of you can't see left and right. But turns out, yes you can. Great side profile view, that one. The nose looks great on the ship. I feel like the mains, you can tell what's going on with this ship. Like the outer portions, there's not really a lot going on in the outer bits. So the outer fins that you can see coming forwards here, they're probably secondary level technology. RCS thrusters, light storage containers that will be done via transporter only, maybe tractor beam emitters, maybe anchorage points if it's going to carry additional cargo containers or freight containers, maybe weapons points. As you see with this ship in the game, it uses its reinforced RCS thrusters from that point. So there's tech going on with that section of the ship, but also not too much. All of the main technologies in the primary body, which is the primary body is why I've named my one the Hawk. It just reminds me of a hawk's head. Give it a beak and I'll literally have to call it the bird of prey of the Federation, even if it isn't a Starfleet ship. It's just got this beautiful design. I love the way it comes back into those two prongs at the back with a unique little shield piece in the middle. Hell, take the shield piece away and I still would have liked it, but I like how it all feeds in. It's all got its place. So what you can see at the back here is, to me, I could easily be wrong here, but to me, you've got an opening at the front of some means, an opening on the undercarriage, and an opening at the back, which is all great. You then got a docking mount at the back. Looks like it's a backup impulse engine, but I'm just going to call it docking mount because that's the first thought I get. It looks like it's designed to be hatched on the dock and it's got 2 clamp zones either side of it. So additional thoughts gone in there. It's using not 1, not 2, but 3 forms of impulse drive. What looks like your primary, secondary / control impulse, and then minor correction impulse. Not entirely sure what the smaller blue light dot is supposed to be. Maybe it's just a light, I don't know. I'm very impressed at the fact that there's a lot going on with the ship as a result, just on that rear. It looks mechanical, it looks industrial, it doesn't look like it's super high-tech like you'd get from Starfleet. This one is a little bit more exposed to inner workings, so again, much more like a freight ship would be. It's got a great design as far as nacelles go, and I like the fact that it doesn't have facade collectors. Now, maybe it does. Maybe I'm misreading, and what we're seeing at the front here is it's facade collectors, and they're just unshielded, and they're just very big industrial. Grabs all it can, but doesn't really suck in the particles it needs for fuel. And towards the back, then you have sort of its warp line of sight. I imagine in a way that it sort of warps the beam around between the two and then creates the bubble from that. Or I'm just being a loony and this is more of a defiant working. It's working across, and really what we're looking at here is secondary impulse engines. Or more impulse engines. So all the blue light at the back is just impulse. You can't see the warp coils on this ship. You can't see the facade collectors on the ship. That's fully possible. You have to be fair. This is not a Starfleet Federation ship. This is a freighter built by humans. And that's all it is. It's a freighter. Not militaristic in any manner. Well, I'm amazed it doesn't get itself torn to shreds in the first fight it gets into. I'm also surprised it's so damn powerful in the game. But then again, it's kept to Federation standards, so... There's just so much going on with this ship. It's really hard to pin out what each bit is. I've been 50-50 about what I think for a deflector system on this ship. I know it's small and it wouldn't necessarily need a really powerful deflector. But of course, all ships need a deflector in some manner. It's just whether or not it has it visible, and if it is invisible, where does it mount its deflector? Okay, so my personal opinion is that it is in the nose. If you look at the head of the ship, it's got this odd, just randomly different shape to it. Almost stuck on. So it's my belief that that is the deflector system. It's relatively large, but you could say it's large because this ship is a little bit underpowered, so it needs a bigger one to actually put out the field. Bigger deflector, less power required to create just as big a field. I know the ship's not huge, but hey, size and correlation. The ship's not huge, so technically that deflector isn't huge either. Another thing I want to bring up, and I think this is great. They could have very easily confused people into thinking this ship has a hangar bay. It's way too small. If it has a hangar bay, it has one shuttle at the maximum. Perhaps that's what this back hatch here is for. It's holding the one escape shuttle if necessary. But either side at the front here, it's got the cargo storage doors. Nicely thought out, because you have cargo storage doors even on the bigger ships. The Constitution, if you look at its design, it will show you where the cargo storage doors are, because it didn't take all its cargo in through the shuttle bay. Some of its cargo came in through secondary doors. Same for the Galaxy class, same for the Ambassador, the Excelsior. They all had their cargo doors, and it's nice to see. Oi! Cargo doors thought out and put onto this ship. And I like the way the Star Trek Picard implemented them too, because you can see they've got sort of two layers to them. You've got the initial ring here, and then you've got an embedded piece. Now that to me says, again like I stated before, oh,
is under attack.
Excuse me? Don't mind me guys, just gonna erase. Get lost. As I was saying, that says to me that these forward prongs are designed to hold freight crates or additional freighter units on the front of the ship, in that you can mount them into the cargo. There's the first one you'd mount onto the ship would be latched onto those cargo points. At least that's the way I'm looking at it. I'm also looking at it that way because this ship has a huge amount of underspace that is just... You can see it's hung over and designed so that it can possibly create a bigger bubble if it needs to. Now, if you think about what I'm trying to say here, I'm basically saying a freighter goes dead round the middle below there, connects up to the forward arm clamps, has a section of it that links up to the actual cargo doors, and then the new unit that's underneath would have those warp coils halfway down the body of this new unit. Essentially makes the bubble that way. Or it doesn't even need to be halfway down the new unit, because if you look how tall the ship is, it can be a further way down. It'll still put the actual nacelles halfway down between the whole body, more than capable of creating a huge bubble. I hope. Maybe I'm overthinking it a little bit. Then again, it's the detailing of the ship that I like so much. I feel like there was a bit of confused detailing that went on though, because if you look carefully at the nacelle design, take the nacelle, flip it 180 degrees, angle it right, and it would technically slot up into where you can see that exposed plate. But if it could do that, why is there a bunch of exposed plate here? All that black metal would need to be removed out, because otherwise the nacelle couldn't actually slot into it. So it makes me feel like there was a little bit of initial design idea was to have it articulating so that these warp nacelles could rotate lower down and then slot into the actual, what I'm going to call the wings of the La Sirena. And when it goes to warp, only when it goes to warp do they lower out, turn themselves around and go, right, warp speed! That's the only time. And if that was the case, then I would have been more than happy to state that the Bazaar collectors are along the front of these fins here. Well, of course, it doesn't do that in the show. These are solidly mounted. There is the armor plate there that you're seeing in black that I've now got my cursor over. That is there in the show. So obviously, these don't articulate. Or maybe they did on the original Kaplan F17, and it was just a modification Captain Rios made to make, say, the nacelles more reliable. Was he made them stay in place permanently? I know. I might be losing my mind here. I'm losing my mind a little bit looking at the beauty of this ship. So let's get on to where a lot of people are probably thinking, shut up and let me see it. And let's start off with this one again, because I keep starting off with the medical one at the moment. I used this in my actual stats review video because I thought it'd be fitting to do. I mean, look at her. She is pretty. I do like the white and the swap to red. I think it works really well on this ship. The only problem is the yellow glow, the yellow/green glow doesn't fit in. It sort of breaks the feel of the ship maybe a bit too much. But that's just my opinion. Personally, there's not a lot you can do to make the ship look bad. So if any of these shields look bad, I'm going to laugh. But now let's get to the bald vanity. Oh, and yes guys, I've not looked at any of these yet. And speaking of, I'm wishing I did because, wow, my jaw would have not dropped just then. I will laugh if Season 2 of Picard has the La Sirena looking like this. Why is the La Sirena suddenly changed so much? Oh, 709 got bored. So she assimilated your ship? Yeah. I couldn't stop her. She assimilated me too, see? She made me get out of the way. 709, you got more aggressive. Resistance is futile. Yeah, that would never happen. But it would still be funny. Like, hell if they made a joke. Bit of bull tech from 709 to help the La Sirena fight a bit better would be nice, though. Because it is a little freighter, and it means it is a little bit underwhelmed. So, yeah. I feel like I wouldn't be flying my La Sirena, so normally I would have to do some... If I was flying it in-game, which I'm probably going to do quite a bit, I'll have to modify it in a way that makes it look like it's been upgraded to be as powerful as in the game. Because it's a freighter. No. Should not be that strong. Damn, I like this ship too much. Okay, Discovery. Bearing in mind, they use Discovery models in Star Trek Picard. And I kind of now get why they did that. That works a little bit too well. It looks absolutely amazing. But there's so little that they have to put extra detailing into. I would be really annoyed if they got anything bad. I imagine this is probably what the Starfleet version of the... If Starfleet does use this ship, I imagine this is probably what Starfleet's one looks like. Possibly. Terran. You know this doesn't exist in the Terran universe, but well, it probably does. It's probably a vicious fighter in the Terran universe. It's not a freighter, it's the most vicious fighter in the world. Heavily armoured, super weapons, blowing everyone the kingdom come. It's the Defiant's nemesis. Yeah, okay. Well, actually, it could possibly be, considering the time this was designed. Valkyrie Vanity Shield time. Oh, sorry, I do realise what I did there. The Discovery one, when I said it, was called Discovery Vanity Shield. The Terran one, when I did it, was called the Emperor's Vanity Shield. We are now on the Valkyrie Vanity Shield, which works extremely well, actually. But then again, this is a freighter. There's nothing wrong with it looking a little bit beaten and battered, and actually looks pretty damn good to me. Oh, I got... The last ship I reviewed, the moment I saw it with this shield, I knew the Jem'Hadar was going to look good. I've got that same feeling again. The Jem'Hadar's going to love this ship. I know it. Okay. Next in the running, we have the Washout Kelvin Divergence Vanity Shield. I call it the Washout because it never looks good. Mostly because it takes away far too much of the detailing. Now this time round, it's got less detailing to take away, so... Oh wow! Actually adds detailing, because now it's given a... It's actually given a lighting effect to the inside of the bridge. Which looks pretty damn good. It's it's got the facade visual effect on the rear and the nacelles, which kind of bugs me. Though considering that's on the rear, again makes me feel like that's flipped around to face backwards. Huh. Okay. Secretly, it was always supposed to face the other way around and then be able to articulate, but someone decided that was going to cost too much from the budget, and it got locked in place in this manner. Yeah, this looks better, right? Maybe. No. Yes, it looks better. This looks absolutely amazing. There's no way I'm going to argue with that one. Okay, Section 31 Vanity Shield. Considering Section 31 Vanity Shield naturally takes a huge amount of detailing out, I would be astonished if... I was about to say astonished that they took anything away. They did! Just a glow on the nacelles. Nothing else, and it's done really nicely. I've noticed there that they've got the deflector dish visual on two parts of the impulse array, which is interesting. I will say this though, it looks absolutely gorgeous. I approve. Section 31 Vanity Shield, quite nice. Okay, Aegis Covariant Shield Array. This should work pretty well, considering the ship's design, how much it loves to throw little glows in. And for once, yeah, it does actually work. Again, the back has the impulse, sorry, the facade visual. Right, okay. Interesting. The things you discover. And here it is assimilated. I like but question why these simulated planes do not touch the red. That's definitely a design choice there, isn't it? I mean, in some spots it's on the red, but in other spots it just refuses to go into it. Now let's go for full assimilation mode. Let's see what people think. The bits of the Borg deflector dish that have sort of merged itself into the bridge is hilarious. Oh, okay. It doesn't fully like the visual on the deflector, so from some angles it's not there, but from other angles it's there. But it lets me know exactly what I thought the deflector was is correct. And I would say, I'm glad 7 of 9 doesn't assimilate stuff like this. Because it doesn't actually look all that nice on the ship. Next up, should work pretty well, the Bajoran Defense Covariant Shield. That does work really well on the ship, actually. Nothing overly feels out of place. Actually feels quite right. I approve. A lot. Next up, Counter Command Covariant Shield Array. Now this one probably would look better if the ship was white right now. Oh, math to it. There we go, full white. And now I'm 100% certain that the black would definitely look better. So if I went for a full black body, you'd have a better looking ship right now. Yes. Yes. But I'm not going to complain. She looks pretty damn good. Right! Delta Alliance Unimatrix Shield. And you know what? Normally I hate the Delta Alliance Unimatrix Shield. Why? Because the green is so half-heartedly done. It just doesn't look right. All bits of the green. Because there's so limited glow spots on this ship, and because where it is, it has actually got a fundamental body to it to change up the green. Holy moly, this is the first time I have ever been able to say this is my favourite shield on the ship so far. The hell? I mean, outside of the NX class got an automatic win as a raider because it's the NX class, one of my absolute favourite hero ships. This ship was technically my first non-hero ship to actually achieve absolutely adornment from me. That is a raider of some form, or really escort. As stated before, I'm not a fan of escorts and raiders. Now this ship is the first one which I've like the goddamn Unimatrix shields on. How many firsts do you want to be? La SIRENA Heavy Raider, you evil little thing. Okay. Dyson time. Works so well, and considering the natural body of this ship is basically what you're seeing right now. Hang on a second. Unequipped. There we go. Natural body with no paint job. Dyson. The elements for the blue glow is right. You're born to be in the Solene armor, aren't you? It's just born for it. Again, I approve. Second favourite skin so far. This is really saying a lot. To actually manage to beat the Ball Vanity and the Discovery with me, that's saying a lot. Don't you dare. Iconian Resistance Resilient Shields. Don't you dare. Good thing the ship isn't red right now because it'd bland it out a bit. Damn. If it wasn't for the fact that it randomly cuts itself off, I feel like it could have had a decent flow to it. It's just unfortunately, due to the natural pattern on this ship, it randomly cuts sections of the Iconian off, much like it was doing with the Borg. And as a result, oh sorry, the Assimilated, not the Borg. The Assimilated. And as a result, actually prevented it from being alright. But there's sections that look like it had potential. 50-50 there. It's like potential ruined. I hate you, but I gotta say you. Lucari Restoration Intuitive Shield Array. I hate you. Hate your name. Again, feels alright with all the lit up spots for once. Just a shame the whole plane doesn't quite feel right on this ship. Doesn't even feel right with flow. Hello, I'm gonna double prong you with my fist. Mako Resilient Shield Array. Now this ought to have been right on the ship. Okay, so it's got a weird spot on the white place which would have been red and grey, where it's got an unusually added bit of pattern, just no apparent reason. Hasn't done it to any other white spot that I can see. So that is, oh no, it has. It's done it on the underside of the forward wings. Looks great on the underside, absolutely amazing. Just that one random rectangle just stands out too much, just ruins it. Oh, it's at the front of the ship too. Yeah, no. Yeah, I'd probably give a pass to that one. Nakura Crystalline Resilient Shields, aka the Folian Shields. This doesn't look good. I'd have been fuming. Well, it's okay. Mind you, I don't know what I was really expecting from it, but yeah, it's actually quite nice. Woohoo! Do a flip. Make a little love. Get down on that. It's not a bad touch to the ship, I will say. I approve, at least. Okay, Romulan Advanced Prototype Variant Shields. Turn the normal black to green. Adds random pieces of green over different points in the white. Grey still stays grey, but gets some green highlighting. It would work better if it didn't have the random paneling pieces that disjointed. The bits, basically anything that is white stripe on the La Sirena's normal black and red and white paint job seems to affect the follow-up skin to any of these vanity shields or vanity visuals, and it's just it's ruining that one now, just like it did to the Iconian. Temple Defense Intuitive Regenerative Shield Array. Wow, I actually said it well for once. Again, you can see it doing it there. It's literally right there. It just snips a little bit off. At least it's a little bit better hidden on this ship. I probably wouldn't have seen that if I wasn't already looking directly at it. Hmm. 50-50, yeah? I'm going to give that one a 50-50 jobby. Okay. Terran Task Force Covariant Shields. Don't let me down. You're supposed to be good. Yeah, there you go. There is the one that you're afraid of. This isn't a freighter anymore. Now this is an attack craft. It's here to kill everyone who wants your soul, and it's coming for you, and it looks extremely vicious. Anyone looking for a frightening... Oh my god, it's the Batwing. Na 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 Batwing. Na 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 Batwing. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm singing, guys, but look at it. It just only clipped to me. It reminds me of the Batplane or the Batwing or whatever you want to call it. The Batjet. The Bat anything. Oh god, we're going from what looks amazing to some trash. Yeah, I'm done. Are you done? I'm good. I'm good. I'm done. Right. Ooh. I said it might be good. Jem'Hadar Resilient Shield Array. It is good. It is good to be here today. That looks nice. I am happy. Oh, I am very happy with that design. Oh, she's a good looking ship. We can give her that. Come on. Now, to enter Star Wars, somewhat, the Veman Prototype Covariant Shields, or Veman Advanced Prototype Covariant Shields. Oh, damn it, STO! I knew we were going to have a problem, because the way STO works is work on specific grid panelings. And this ship was working with 3 primarily. You had the white plate, the grey plate, and the black plate. The black plate looks great there at the front. It's got the normal chrome. The white plate has also got the chrome and a little bit of the ribbed cyan to normal skin. The hexagon pattern had to go on the grey, didn't it? There is a lot of grey area, and yeah. From the front, like this, no, not an ounce of problem. Underside, it's getting a little bit full, and go to the rear, and it's what? Anyone would like to take the bees out now? They seem to have overpopulated. But then, as much as I love the way the ship looks in Star Trek Picard, this is my favourite look. This is the look I've been flying with, and this is the look I'm probably going to keep flying with. I'm just totally blunt and honest. She is a beauty of a ship. If I was to score her within Star Trek Picard and the design that they've come up with, the only reason she's not going to get 10 out of 10 there is because, well, blatantly obvious is blatantly obvious. You can quite clearly tell that the nacelles were supposed to be articulating and fit into that plane. So, making something so blatantly obvious and then not following through with it is like teasing the fans but never following up with what you're teasing them with. It's not nice. Mind you, some people don't like articulation, and that's why I won't nudge it down too much. So it gets a 9.5 out of 10. Yeah, you missed the mark just barely. So what do you think I'm going to give Cryptic for recreating this ship? Cryptic, you didn't give us the bridge, but you kept the ship keeping a canon feel to it within game. You maintained the feel of the actual show, and you have done the ship exceptional justice when you did the bridge and gave us the ability to fully see the bridge inside the ship. For that reason alone, you regained what you lost by not giving us the bridge, in my opinion. So I will still give this ship 10 out of 10 visually by Cryptic. But yes, the ship scores a 9.5 out of 10 with me as the visual standing. Just barely. Guys, what do you think of her? She's a good step away from standard Starfleet design, but I think rightfully so. She's a freighter, she's not Starfleet, and if she looked too Starfleet, probably would have been annoying. Guys, I like her. To those of you who have watched the very end of this video, a huge thank you for that support. And to my patrons and my donators, to you guys again, a massive thank you for your generosity. You guys want to keep up to date with what I'm working on, there is a nice link below that you can click on that will take you basically to a link page showing you all my social medias and ways to support this channel on a personal level if you wish. But I mainly recommend that you come along and check out Discord. And with this being said, guys, thank you for watching. Until next time, ciao for now. Engage.